In our first video, we answered the question, what is ISO 17025? In the next video, we answered the question, why do we need standards? Why is ISO 17025 policy, procedures, and instructions even matter? In today's video, we answer the question, why is ISO 17025 so important to us in forensic science? Why is ISO 17025 so important? It is extremely important for two major reasons. First, ISO 17025 provides for the minimum thresholds of acceptable practices for those engaged in testing and calibration. Let's pause there. While accreditation does not equate to automatic quality in results, it means that a lab adheres to some sort of external quality management system. How worthwhile that QMS is versus what is necessary in the general scientific community to ensure true results is actually debatable. Just determining whether or not a lab is accredited and by whom is the very beginning of assessing the quality of the reported and alleged test result. It should be remembered that these standards are minimum expressions of acceptable practices. A laboratory could and should decide to employ greater standards than the minimum to ensure quality and reliability in the results that are issued. The second reason is because more than likely your laboratory is not an ISO 17025 compliant lab, but it soon must be. On March 31, 2009, a watershed moment in the modern practice of forensic science occurred when ASCLD Lab announced that it would no longer accredit laboratories through its legacy program. Instead, it now offers an ASCLD Lab International, which it markets as an ISO 17025 Plus program. As legacy programs are forced to become compliant with ISO 17025 or risk losing accreditation, the criminal law practitioner, if properly prepared, can seize upon this opportunity to solve some of the problems outlined throughout all these posts. As crime laboratories come on board with ISO 17025, it will force the otherwise wild west and anything goes styles that are inherent and endemic in certain disciplines within forensic science to become more scientific. This is not only to include analytical measurement-based forensic science disciplines such as blood alcohol measurement and mass measurements, but also other paraforensic disciplines such as pattern recognition, forensic firearm to mark analysis, fingerprint analysis, and other similar laboratory conducted tests. The time frame that makes this article so relevant now is that as ASCLD Lab has decided to adopt ISO 17025 and no longer offers its legacy accrediting program, all legacy program laboratories must become ISO 17025 compliant laboratories no later than March 31, 2014 or April 1, 2004, where they will find themselves unaccredited. The transformation from ASCLD Lab legacy program to ISO 17025 compliance can be a long one or a remarkably short one depending upon where any particular crime laboratory is at the beginning of the process. A requirement for ASCLD Lab to grant accreditation based on ISO 17025 compliance is that for the 6 months preceding the ultimate inspection of the laboratory, it must be in full compliance with ISO 17025. Even before the application can be made to ASCLD Lab, a full internal audit must be completed with all forms of ISO 17025 compliance in place. Therefore, at a maximum, if a laboratory wishes to become ISO 17025 compliant, it must have the structure and the practices of ISO 17025 in place no later than October 30th, 2014.